In a few weeks, it will mark 10 years since I stopped drinking alcohol. And that was a hugely significant event. It was the best birthday present I've ever gotten, was what I gave to myself, which was sobriety. I had my first drink when I was 10 years old. Didn't really do anything, didn't really care about it. It was just a bit funny, was how I felt with it. And that would continue right through my life until I turned 40. And I'm not one that celebrates birthdays really much. Since I turned 30. I was done with all that kind of stuff. And it was since I turned way before that. That's a lie. But occasionally I would celebrate birthdays. But since when I was going to 40, a friend of mine said, "Hey, let's go out and have a drink." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And another friend came along as well. So these two friends, they didn't know each other. I met them in the local bar, and we had a couple of drinks and chatted, and that was it. Good night, see you later, nice to see you. And came home, went to bed, and when I woke up in the morning, I had a teeny tiny hangover, just a little bit of a headache. And I said to myself, that's the last time. I'm done with alcohol. I had been to AA meetings, and AA meetings, I quickly realized, were not for me. So that day, waking up after my 40th birthday and just saying the words, "I'm done, never again, it's over." And I stuck with my words. There was no magic. I made a radical decision because I used to drink a lot. I made a radical decision and I stuck with it. And it was not really so easy in ways unexpected that you wouldn't think. Stopping, just cutting off the alcohol to my system, that was okay. I managed that pretty good. It was okay. It seemed as if it was something that was unnecessary to me all the time, which it was totally unnecessary to me all the time. So cutting it off there was no withdrawal symptoms, withdrawal from a toxin. Yeah, I guess it does happen, but no, it was more mentally things that happened that were difficult. Like, all of my friends, the only time they would socialize would be when they'd be drinking in the pub. And now that I was no longer drinking, I immediately, very quickly realized was really only fun if you're a bit pissed too. But if you're stone cold sober and there's guys doing leapfrogging in the bar area while they're drooling and dribbling, I kind of decided this just isn't for me anymore. I think I'm done with this game, and I was done with the game. That was it. Something I did learn from it is I do have a great nose still, despite 10 years that I haven't had a drop of alcohol. I still can identify wines. My wife will take a glass of wine occasionally. She's not a big drinker at all, and she'll never have more than a glass of alcohol on a day or on a whatever. And I like to tell her, don't tell me what wine you're getting, and let me sniff it. And I'll sniff it, and I'm usually right. I usually get the country, get the grape. I'm pretty good, yeah. I've tried. I was drinking wine when everyone was still drinking beer. Wine hadn't taken off as a cultural phenomenon in Ireland in the early 90s. And I sorted out, and that was my thing. Wine, red, white, rosé I don't really consider much, sparkling, and yeah, I tried them all and I appreciated them all. I learned to appreciate them from a very early mistake, and it must have been around 1990. There was a government official visiting with my father here in Ireland on an international project that they were working on. It was regarding Sintra in Portugal, the great palace of Sintra. And he was here in Ireland, and he brought gifts, didn't he? Yes, he brought gifts. And he gave to my brother and I a bottle of wine. It was Casal do Pinal, 1957, red. Ooh, thought that's very nice, lovely, thank you very much. And I'd say it was maybe a week later we opened it and drank it, and it was fine. There's nothing particularly wonderful about it. It was very nice wine, don't get me wrong, but and that was it. And then reflecting on that going forward, I was about 15. I thought, wow, I really kind of disrespected that wine, how I treated it, because it was old, and so it might be special, because that's what they say about wine, isn't it? The older they get and things. And I just didn't appreciate it. I'm sure I considered it when I drank it, like thinking, oh, this is 1957 wine, oh, it's good. I guess I must have been thinking, it's not gone off. And it was a good wine, yeah. So from then on, I took more thinking and consideration and appreciation for the wines that I would go on to taste. My favorite red wine would have to be a Margaux French, and it was a remarkable bottle of wine because I vividly again you remember these things, these events, and good wine can make such memories. And I remember I opened it and poured glasses and swirled it around. I was expecting something good here, and sniffed it, and I must probably left it open. I would have left it open. I would have left it breathe. Did I even decant it? I could have, because I would decant wines, and perhaps I did decant this Margaux. Yeah, now that I'm recalling, I did decant this Margaux. I had a lovely crystal decanter, Waterford crystal decanter. And so we all had a glass of wine, and it was delicious. It was wonderful. It was remarkably good. It was rich and deep and flavoursome and aromatic and spicy and everything that a great wine could be. So we enjoyed that glass of wine, and then of course we decided to have another glass of wine. And so I poured another glass of wine for everyone, and I started to, I sniffed it again, took a sip, and this was a different wine to the wine I had just started drinking maybe 20 minutes earlier. This was a different wine. How it had evolved with the additional time with the air. Again, the decanter probably came into play. But it was a transformation. Yeah, so that was the best red wine I ever had. Then the best white wine. White wines, red wines, it's different, isn't it? I think I would have to say that, honestly, I would go, I like sparkling with white, and I think champagne is way overrated. It is not a drink that I like, champagne. Not much at all. No, no, it's not for me. But I do like sparkling wine. And my favorite sparkling wine is Portuguese, and it's called Vinho Verde. It means young grapes, and it happens to be sparkling too. And this is a vastly underrated sparkling wine, which I would always choose over champagne. Most places won't have it though. It's like that, and sometimes that's the way it is. And then, yeah, if I had to say another white wine, I do very much appreciate New Zealand white wines, and well, you see, a white wine and a red wine, they're like different categories of drinks. I don't see them the same. I go, now it's like crazy talk here. What am I talking about? I used to say, and I used to say and do white wine for breakfast, red wine for evening times. So I used to drink a lot, and starting drinking early in the day with white wine, yeah, and then moving across to red wine in the evening, yeah. Yeah, wow. Those are stupid times. What the hell was I doing? Problem was, I got away with it, Nobody ever called me up. I never did any problems, never made any mistakes. I was riding it. But I didn't need to be riding it. It was riding me, ultimately. And it was taking me for a fool. I just heard an interview with Paul McGrath, legendary Irish soccer player, and he had his own time with alcohol too. And they asked him, what would you tell your younger self? And I thought, quit alcohol, I'll never drink it again. That's what he's going to say. But no, he said, don't start alcohol. Don't ever start drinking alcohol. And that's even sager advice that he has than I can give you. So yeah, that's good advice. As you can see, it's a really beautiful sunny day. My my production skills, of course, position me so I'm not in the glaring sun. Lie. Okay. Have a great day. Thumbs up. Remember when it used to be thumbs up? Oh, it still is thumbs up. Is that what a like is? Is a like thumbs up? I guess it is. Yeah, I still see thumbs up stuff going on. Yeah. So why don't you subscribe? You're going to hear the rest of my life story eventually. It's a good idea. I ain't going to lie to you.